Blog Talk Radio.
What time is it?
WH Radio.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of WH Radio. You got Skits. I'm live here with Oscar. What's going on, man?
What's going on?
Today we got two special guests. We got the CNC Wrestling Factory with us. We got Caprice Coleman. We got Cedric Alexander. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on with you?
How you doing?
Everything's good, man. Just want to thank you guys for being on the show. Appreciate you guys taking your time out with us. But for those that do not know who these gentlemen are, gentlemen, you guys want to give the fans a little rundown about you guys?
Sure.
CNC wrestlers.
Yeah.
Say what?
Yeah, you go ahead and lead this one. You're the spokesman of the group, so.
CNC Wrestling Factory, Ring of Honor, tag team specialists. We've been together for about 2 years now. And we've been turning up the tag team division in the Ring of Honor. I believe we're a very cohesive tag team unit.
And don't forget we're tag team extraordinaires. Tag team extraordinaires.
There you go. Extraordinaire. That sounds
internationally known.
That's good. There you go.
See,
I thought you wanted me to do this, Steady. You go ahead. You got it now.
I mean, sometimes I have good moments. Sometimes.
That's about it, man. Been in the business for a while. And just now getting my break. Cedric's been in for about 4 years now, Ced?
About 4 years now, yeah.
4 years now, and blue chip, man, he's gonna be great. He's great now. He's gonna be just keep watching this kid. That's all I'm gonna say. Is that good enough for an introduction?
Definitely a good one. All right. I'm gonna start off by talking to you, Caprice. I know you started off your career as a referee, and then you basically became a pro. You want to tell us, like, how'd you become, like, from a ref to, being inside the ring? And plus being trained by Matt and Jeff Hardy.
Right. Well, here's the deal, man. I never planned on really being a referee. But when I first started wrestling training, I was extremely small for my size. When I graduated high school, I weighed like 125 pounds. And so I was really small for my size and all, and I really didn't hit my growth spurt until I was like in my 20s. And so when I came to get trained or whatever, Matt and Jeff, they weren't big at the time. They had like local promotion they was running, and they basically saw me and they was like, well, I don't know if we could train to be a wrestler, but we need a referee or whatever. And I didn't really have money to pay, to be a wrestler. But I was like, well, if you train me to wrestle, I'll referee for you for free, and so we made that deal out. And so I refereed for them for the better part of a year for nothing. And then in return, they trained me how to wrestle. And then after a while, one day Matt approached me. He said, look, we think you're ready for the ring to wrestle or whatever. And it went from there.
Yeah, definitely. Oscar, did you want to ask a question, bro?
Yeah, I have a question. I want to talk about your one-time appearance you had in TNA. Was with a tag match. One of your opponents was CM Punk. Today, we look at CM Punk as he's our face in wrestling, not John Cena. Do you look back? Do you look back today like, oh man, how CM Punk is today? Do you feel like, oh man, I can't believe I actually got in a ring with the guy, or you're like whatever with it?
I mean, it was cool to wrestle with him. It's like everybody kind of know that CM Punk had it. The only thing that was holding CM Punk back, if anything, was his look and his thighs, the way people viewed him. But once you gave CM Punk a chance, he stole the show wherever he went. It was just a matter of time. So everybody knew what they had, except for the people higher up, because of what they wanted to see out of people. CM Punk was nobody's cookie cutter model. He had his own mold. And we knew that as soon as somebody let him be him, the show would stop. Yeah. So you pretty much knew that. That's all that was. So it was an honor to be in the ring with him. At the time, he was professional. No complaints or whatever like that. I wish I had more opportunities to do the same and all, but at that time I had like a full-time job to where I couldn't really call in to work, you know, to follow my wrestling career, and also a lot of opportunities that I had I really couldn't follow up on unless I went through that, you know, my uncle died, my aunt died, my grandpa died, all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, another thing I want to ask, back then, I don't know how it was, like, I guess because TNA was early that time. I guess back in the day, that's how they did it. Like, they just call up just random wrestlers to just show up in their show. Because I remember early TNA, they just had in a pay-per-view. You had to order $10 on pay-per-view to watch TNA. I mean, that's how they did it. They just called you, hey, we just want you to have a tag match, and that's it.
No, actually, I was down at NWA Wildside with Bill Behrens, and TNA was just now starting up. It was Jeff Jarrett, and they was really big on AJ Styles at the time. They were in Tennessee at the time, and they asked me to come up, whatever. But their deal then is that, you know, they didn't really pay anything. It was kind of like you flew yourself in, you bought yourself or whatever, and you came and you just had opportunity or whatever like that. And if they liked you, you know, they would ask you to keep bringing yourself in or whatever. And so basically the only way you could do it is if you really believed in yourself enough to quit your job and you know and pay to do that or whatever. And I really couldn't afford to do that at the time or whatever. But they were not really random guys. They did scout their perspectives. You know what I mean? They were top guys that they had in. Actually, my tag team partner was Roderick Strong at the time.
Yeah. You know what? You just made me remember that. Yeah, they used to be aligned with NWA. So it's pretty much saying that if you're involved in NWA, you're going to be pretty much in the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Skits.
Yeah, I know. Oscar just mentioned you've been in the ring with CM Punk. I see you've been in the ring with Gregory Helms, Shannon Moore. You want to talk about your experience in the ring with them?
I mean, so how you doing, Sid?
Oh, I'm good. Just chilling, listening.
I got to check in on the young buck sometimes for me, mate. So I ain't going to sleep or something. It's cool, man. We still keep in contact. We're good friends and all. Actually, we're doing a show next Thursday that Cedric and I will be on. It's another Omega show. Omega's reborn now and starting to do shows. We're doing a show called Positive Impact where Matt Hardy, Shane Helms, Gunner and all will be on. We all keep very close contact with each other and all, and they've been good people to me even when they made it. You know, it's not like, oh, well, I made it, so let me give you a chance, because everybody's pretty much trying to hold on to their job. But any time that I did get an opportunity to go to WWE or whatever like that, they made sure that everybody knew that, you know, I was one of the boys or whatever. So I always looked up. I always thought that was cool of them to look out for me like that.
Definitely. Do you have a question, Oscar? Or
I know you were in WWE for a little bit. Like you just pretty much had like Velocity and Heat and Sunday Night Heat matches. How was the experience being doing WWE shows, like being in a big arena, you know?
It was at first it was cool. Then it kind of came to like walking on eggshells a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of people look for certain things, and then like people also look for ways to get you heat. You know what I mean? And so you're pretty much walking around. You want to be social, but you don't want to get heat or whatever like that. So that was kind of walking on eggshells. But for me to have the opportunity that I had was cool. I did get to work Heat and Velocity a lot and all, and then they kept acting like they wanted to do more with me, but nothing really ever came of it. So after a while,
what were the total WWE matches you had on?
I don't know.
Can you say a handful?
Oh, I would say more than. Look, y'all the computer guys, y'all sitting there, you know all this other stuff y'all ready to looking up. normally they'd be like, you had such and such match with so and so, and such match with so and so, and when you get so and so, you do this and so and so. Y'all should know that stuff. I don't know.
Come on.
It was more than a handful.
You make me right now, bro.
I don't know. I know y'all sitting in front of a computer screen. I know how y'all do this.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. I took my notes down last night. I don't know about him.
Okay,
I'm trying to figure out maybe you had matches that maybe I missed or something. That's what I'm asking. So.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe
let me name one. I'll name one for him. Sninsky.
Okay, that was. I think that was my first one. Good job, Oscar. You all right? You back in the conversation now. Jay, you still there?
Oh, I'm there.
Okay. So I think Sninsky was one of my first ones, and that was pretty much know your role and shut your mouth. To be honest with you, with that. That's but all the opportunities were good. There was no, I can't say that that I worked anybody that was a jerk or whatever like that. Everybody, is professional that I met. I believe the best match I've had never made TV. It was like a dark match with Ken Dome, and that match was, me and him still good friends because of that match. But then like the other match that I had a really good match with Simon Dean on TV, and he was trying to get me hired too. But WWE back then, and not trying to pull the race card, but if you was black in WWE, you had to be like something really stand out. You know what I mean? And at the time, with me, I didn't weigh, maybe 200 pounds and all that, and they was really looking at Shelton Benjamin at the time, and he's like 248 pounds and could pretty much do everything I could do. You know what I mean? So. In a way, instead of them having more athletes, like at Ring of Honor, they're really not big on color. You know what I'm saying? They're big on your athleticism, your talents, and all that. And there are a lot of African Americans there, but they bring different stuff to the table. But at that time, WWE was kind of had the token mentality. Is the only way I can explain it. Like we already got one of those, And I believe that Shelton Benjamin is an extreme athlete, very good what he does. But I also feel that I have other things to offer than what he had to offer as well that would have set us apart as two different athletes.
Definitely. I have a question for both of you guys. Basically, the question is, were you guys wrestling fans growing up? And if you were, who'd you guys look up to?
Say what now?
Were you guys wrestling fans growing up, and who'd you guys look up to?
All right, before Cedric answers this question, I want you to see the decades between. All right, go ahead, sir.
Well, I was a weird kid growing up. As much as I appreciated guys like The Rock and Stone Cold and whatnot like that, those were my favorites. My favorite wrestlers growing up were the Rob Van Dams, the Rey Mysterios, the Juventud Guerreras, the Psychosis. I was really mainly big on like the WCW Cruiserweights when I was growing up as a kid. And one of my all-time favorites that I can think of off the top of my head right now would be S.A. Rios or Mr. Aguilar. He goes by now, but yeah, I was that guy that really liked, I guess you would say cruiserweights or even mid-card guys, I guess you could say. Like when all my friends talk about, hey, did you see what The Rock did or Triple H did over all that time? Blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, yeah, that's nice, but did you see what Rey Mysterio did in WCW a couple hours before or something like that? I was that kid.
That's what's up. I respect a lot of the guys, all the guys he named. I definitely respect those guys and all. My favorites, don't laugh at me, Cedric, was start with Rock and Roll Express. When I first started watching wrestling. Did you just smirk?
That was me.
I wasn't laughing.
See, that's some jive, right?
I wasn't laughing about that, but I do find it funny
because you told him not to laugh.
He already knows.
It's only funny to me because I see Ricky Morton on like a regular basis. So every time I see him, I'm going to think to myself, "Oh, Caprice loves you so much as he was growing up."
Well, so you got to understand when I was younger, the Rock Room Express was like the cruiserweights. You know what I mean? And so I was always like a smaller guy in my class or whatever like that. And so
they were like the first people. Them, Tim Horner, Rock On Express, and all. They were like the smaller guys, and like I looked up to them because it was like these guys are small and wrestling these huge guys like the Road Warriors and Lex Luger and the Russians and all that. And I said they winning, you know. And so that's then when Brian Pillman came along, that just took the cake for me, or whatever. Like the cruiserweight division, when they created the cruiserweight division. With Juice and Thunder Liger and all that, I was taken after that, and I went from a wrestling fan thinking I would always love wrestling to be like, you know, I can do this one day, and I believe seeing guys like them made me feel like, you know, I can do this. I looked at Dusty Rhodes, Barry Windham. I like Ric Flair too, even though, you know, he played the heel at the time. I was a fan of Ric Flair. I like Eddie Guerrero. Rey Mysterio and all the guys that Cedric named, I have a lot of respect for too. But the guys I named previously were the guys that really set the stage for me.
There's a team that you guys didn't mention, because I see you guys mention a lot of cruiserweights. What about the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty?
We can
Thanks for breaking the awkward silence.
I find that very hilarious because a lot of guys in the back call us Sean and Marty all the time.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy. I mean, you guys are beasts. I'm gonna let you guys know right now. When I saw that finisher, I was like, wow. When I saw the match at the Border Wars pay-per-view, Caprice, your finisher, beast.
Mm-hmm.
The finisher that you guys did, like, I don't even know how to explain how it was, but I've never seen it like that. And shit, like, so I could say, you guys deserve to be tag team champs. I think right now, I see they got, you know, guys like Scum trying to go for the titles. Right now we got Kyle O'Reilly, right, and Bobby Fish, right?
Yeah.
As the tag team champions, which I don't know where they were at the pay-per-view, which they should have been there, and should have been you guys in No More Contenders match. You guys definitely got the whole gimmick that you guys got going on. I fucking love it. It's kind of, you guys make not to bring in other guys in the conversation, but you guys make Titus O'Neil and Darren Young look really dumb.
That's not the first time we've heard that. I don't know how we keep being compared to them other than the complexion that we are born with, but we hear that a lot.
Oh, man. But, Oscar, did you have a question?
Well, I'm not, it's kind of sort of a question, but I want to compare you guys, like, kind of like how Edge and Christian was before they won their first titles, when they were going after the titles, and you know, they failed until they finally won it in WrestleMania, you know. I feel like that's what I feel about you guys. You know, you guys keep going for the titles, but then I've seen you guys promos that you guys are going to be the next champs, and it end up never happening. That's what I feel about you guys, that you guys will, one of these days, you guys are going to have the tag titles. It's going to be like a big-time moment, just like Edge and Christian won the tag titles. Do you guys feel that way, or like how I feel? Or you don't, you know?
I definitely feel that way. I feel that the moment is going to come sooner rather than later, and when it does come, it's going to be a really sweet moment.
Yeah, sometimes patience do pay off, so, I mean,
most definitely.
I believe so as well, because actually, like, when we was hired at Ring of Honor, I don't believe anybody expected what they started getting from us. And Cedric and I, we knew each other before Ring of Honor, and we always speak to each other about, like, you know, if we hang around each other long enough, they're going to make us tag team partners because we're both black or whatever. And lo and behold, it happened. But, like, the chemistry that Cedric and I have, you know, I wouldn't trade it for anything because it's like it's old school meets new class. You know what I mean? And with me being like an old school innovator or whatever, that can roll new school style. But then when I'm with this guy that's, you know, 12 years younger than I am, that has all these ideas too, and it's like I could throw an idea out to him, and by the time he puts his equation on it, it's something, you know, brand new that people's never seen, you know, and the chemistry that we have with that, I love it, you know what I mean? And I really feel that we're definitely on our way to be tag team champions. We're grinding, you know what I'm saying? We started at the bottom. Now I believe that
you can't mention the Ring of Honor Tag Team Division without mentioning the CNC Wrestle Factory. And I believe that's the way it should be, and I believe our name will be around the Tag Team Division for a while, and very soon as champs. You know, we can't stop grinding, and I believe that's our main thing is that, you know, people think we should have gave up a long time ago, but we keep getting closer and closer, and I do believe that our time is coming sooner than later.
Yeah, I have a question. Me and Oscar, we go to a lot of, basically every PWG event, and it would be dope to see you guys go after the PWG tag titles. You guys ever, you know, thought about getting booked out here?
Is that California?
Yeah, me and him, we're in Cali.
Yeah, I was in California a couple of weeks ago. If they book us, we definitely come. I mean, we would love to, because that's where the Mac brothers, the
Young Bucks.
The Young Bucks, yeah, the Young Bucks. I'm sorry, man. Out there, we really respect them a lot. We've had great matches with them on this side, and we really look forward to using them again. I believe PWG and Ring of Honor kind of ran into the same situation, because like with the Young Bucks, they didn't burn any bridges or anything like that. It's just, you know, plane ticket wise, it's a lot of money to fly coast to coast. You know what I mean? On a regular basis, and when you got companies that aren't, you know, banking like WWE or whatever like that, you know, when it costs a lot of money to bring guys in, you know, they kind of refer to using who's available and accessible to them, you know, in a way that's economically helpful.
Yeah, Cedric, I know you already been in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla before. You want to talk about your experience there and the match, and you want to talk about the crowd? Like, what was like? Can you guys compare? I mean, can you compare the difference of a PWG crowd with a ROH crowd?
Yeah. Oh man. Well, first of all, the big difference between ROH crowd and PWG crowd is the PWG crowd is way more drunk. But no, in all seriousness though, it's I don't know. It's they appreciate wrestling in a different way in PWG. I've seen matches where guys will pop off a snapmare, and it's the greatest move of all time is to do a snapmare in front of PWG crowd. But ROH crowd, you know, they want to see a little more technical stuff, whereas PWG crowd, they'll pop for anything that's amusing. But I love wrestling for both crowds, honestly. I kind of wish I would have, you know, a more, I guess you could say, high-profile match, because the 2 times I did wrestle PWG were they're all like 6-man intergender, you know, matches like that, which is fine, but I feel like I could bring PWG a lot of big matches if me and Caprice were to get a chance to go out there and, you know, really tear some stuff up.
You know, I could see you and Caprice going against the Inner City Machine Guns, which is Rich Swann and Ricochet. Like, that would be a beast-ass match.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. I actually wrestled Rich Swann on one time back in North Carolina like 3 years ago.
Now, I was going to say, like, as a tag team, because we see these guys, like, always tag at the PWG shows, and watching you guys on ROH, and, you know, both teams as a tag team, like, it would be, like, crazy-ass match. I'm pretty sure high-fly moves, like, left and right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, we would definitely love, you know, the opportunity to do it. If anybody for booking for PWG is listening now, you know, we would love the opportunity to come down there. If you book us, we will come. To the show.
All I'm saying is, man, if you guys were to go to PWG shows and hold up, we want CNC Wrestle Factory signs. I think it's pretty much, you know, irrefutable for them not to do.
I don't even know if you could take signs in the building, but if you can, me and Oscar would definitely work on that, because we're kind of like regulars there. We've had, like, most of, like, the whole PWG roster here on the show, and but it would be dope to have you guys go against Ricochet and Rich Swann. But if I get a chance to talk to one of the guys that's in charge over there, I'll definitely put the word out for sure.
Or you put that shit on Twitter and shit. Maybe they'll see that shit.
Real quick, for all of our listeners, if you're listening right now, you guys tweet Pro Wrestling Guerrilla right now. Let them know you want to see the CNC Wrestling Factory in PWG. So, also, you guys can call up 760-454-1107. You guys got any question for the gentleman here? But we're going to move on with the show.
Yeah, call us up, ask some questions, because Oscar's running out of questions. I believe he's like
nah,
video
right
game
now,
or something like that. I don't know what he's doing.
Come on, Oscar.
But we appreciate that. Definitely tweet that out. You know, hey, if y'all get us to PWG, we know it was WrestlingHead Radio that got us there. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I don't know
if
it's possible, but I be seeing Joey Ryan from TNA actually attend to the show, and maybe he'd be talking to people that he knows, and I don't know. Maybe if you guys do the same thing, you might run into people. Maybe you could probably book yourself right there. I don't know if that's possible. If you guys could do that.
But we would have to fly stuff out there too.
And that's what I'm saying. He does the same thing. He comes from Florida to over here. I know he lives around here.
I mean, Joey. I think Joey's one of the guys in charge of PWG too. So, you know. But let's move on with some questions because I got some more questions. This question, I'm gonna start off with Seth real quick. If you guys, I ask everybody that comes on the show the same question. If you had your own promotion, if you had to take three guys in your own promotion to start your own show, who would be the first three guys in your promotion?
Okay, before I answer that, am I allowed to say me, Caprice, and myself?
Caprice is like, he's like your vice president, so.
Okay. If I had to pick three guys to be in my promotion, who would I pick?
Will you have to run this by Tyshawn?
No. God, no.
And you got Vince McMahon's money.
And I got Vince McMahon's money. Oh, Jesus. I would first of all have to pick Prince Devitt, because I think Prince Devitt is fucking phenomenal. I've been a Prince Devitt fan for a few years now, and I think he's even more underrated than what he is. Like, I think the guy's fucking incredible. So, in my opinion, number one would be Prince Devitt. Number two, once again, someone who I think is really underrated, Tyson Kidd. I'm a huge fan of Tyson Kidd. I watch him all over in Japan, all his FCW stuff. I think he's extremely underrated. And number three, which maybe these aren't in exact order, but my third guy would be Dolph Ziggler. Because do I really have to give a reason why Dolph Ziggler? I mean, he's Dolph Ziggler. Do I really have to give a reason why?
No, you don't. Basically, Dolph Ziggler would be the face of your company, right?
Most likely. That blonde hair is phenomenal.
What about you, Caprice?
That's a hard question, man. I might have to throw back some. They have to be current guys now.
It can be current. It can be guys that retired, whatever.
Okay. Let me
Michael Elgin picked Chris Jericho. So.
Okay. That's a hard question, man.
I could come back to you.
Yeah, come back to me. I agree a lot with what Sid said on that. I don't know about the blonde hair deal. I draw the line right before the blonde hair. Everything Sid said before the blonde hair, I go with. Let me see. It's Tyson Kidd. I respect him as well. I don't know if I can answer that question.
Dang, I put him on the spot.
Yeah. Hey, look. Ask Cedric how often am I speechless, so you got me on this one.
Yeah, for you to actually put him on the spot, he has no response to this. I'm actually writing this down right now as a trademark moment in our history as a tag team. He has never in his life been this speechless.
Yeah, I don't have anything for that.
Oscar, you want to move on and ask a question while he's thinking?
Yeah, okay, I'll ask a question right now. You guys been a tag team for 2 years now. If there was a time machine, if there really was a time machine, and someone say, hey, we could take you either to the 80s, 90s, or whatever timeline, and you guys could go to a tag team from back in the day. Who would that tag team be and why?
Good question.
Wow.
I don't care no shit like that.
You want to take this, Caprice?
Oscar, welcome back to the conversation. That was a really good question.
And you said,
man, I would like to.
Come on now.
You know who I would like to tag against, and Cedric. I mean, I know Cedric might have somebody different, but I was a big fan of like Eddie Guerrero and Chris Jericho when they were tagging. You know, yeah, I would love to do something like that. Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero.
Hold on, you mean back in the ECW days, the WCW days, or?
Well, either or.
Okay.
Not Rapper days, not WCW. I think you know, the mid '90s or whatever, like Cedric was talking about, when the cruiserweight division was really kicking off, or whatever. There was some good tag moments there when they were tagging. Of course, I mean, with WWE, when they went WWE, they went more entertaining style. But you know, when they went to WCW, man, they was doing stuff nobody's seen before. You know, and I believe it helped change the landscape of cruiserweight wrestling in its own. I don't know, Sid, what you think?
Well, you go back to cruiserweights again, so I'll have to say Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman back when they were the Filthy Animals. That was my thing.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I can go with that.
Classic.
Okay.
I think you guys would have been cool if you guys wrestled Benoit and Eddie Guerrero in the ECW time, because back then ECW was not about more than hardcore. I mean, they had a little fast-paced matches, not such and such. You know, when Heyman brought them in, they just didn't want to like show not just hardcore and violence. We could bring actually good wrestlers and give you an actual match without using them weapons and shit. You know, so I was thinking maybe you guys could have a good match with Eddie and Benoit from the ECW days.
Okay, I can respect that. That sounds good. I like that.
Yeah, I see.
It's funny that you say that, because if I hadn't picked my first choice, my second choice would have been Chris Benoit and Perry Saturn when they tagged up for a little bit of time in WCW.
Wow. Okay.
That would have been my second choice.
Now, this question, I'm pretty sure you guys get all the time. If you guys weren't professional wrestlers, what would be your profession?
And I'm going to give you the same answer that I give everyone else. I have no idea. And if I wasn't wrestling right now, I have no clue where I would be or what I would be doing. I couldn't answer that. Couldn't even answer it.
You see a job turkey.
Apparently Caprice will be a singer, because that's what we do.
Maybe, I know I was definitely still, well, you know, I'm also assistant pastor at my church, so I'll definitely be doing something church-wise and all, but I also feel that what I'm doing now, you know, is a big part of my ministry, because of, you know, my story in a whole, and also that, and I have an engineering degree, so probably something there, but I really don't enjoy it, so I'll probably be forced to do something that I don't love to do to make money, make ends meet, other than ministry.
All right, I have a question for Cedric. Do you wish WCW was still around today?
God, yes, I do. I think WCW was incredible. Like, my first match growing up as a kid was watching WCW. It was Rey Mysterio and Juventud Guerrera. That was my first match as a kid.
Yeah, 'cause to me, my early WCW memories has to be when Vader was the champion, when it was Big Van Vader, and then Sting, when blonde hair were going at it. I mean, that was like early WCW. I used to go on and off with WCW until the NWO angle, and then that's when all these cruiserweights, like you were mentioning earlier, were coming in too. So at that point, I was thinking that WCW was better than WWF at the time, you know, until the Attitude Era came along, and then I was basically in high school as a teenager at that time. So when you know, have Austin flipping off people and all that, I feel like, that's more entertaining than WCW, which, you know, I was young at the time. I could have I thought maybe this should be how wrestling should be instead of freaking, people and all that shit, Sorry about the noise in the background, if you heard it. But, yeah.
He just won the video game. He just won the video game he was playing.
Achievement unlocked.
You know what I'm going to do? Now that we're talking, so you just mentioned video game. After this, I'm going on WWE 13, and I'm going to create the CNE Wrestling Factory.
The what?
I'm going to create you guys. I said C and C.
Look at the computer screen.
I thought you said C and E. I was like, who is C and E?
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Did I?
Okay. Yeah. You didn't mean to, man. It's all good.
Hey, take a picture and show it to them and see how you created them.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
That'd be cool, man. Yeah, we really appreciate that. When you do that, I like to see how it comes out, man. That's cool.
And try, if possible, make a video and put them against, I don't know, 3MB or something and have them beat them.
3MB. Oh, wow. Is 3MB even on 13?
But they're not stable on the game.
Okay, I got you.
Funny. But Oscar, are you running out of questions or no?
No, come on now.
I think I asked questions, guys.
How about you ask a question? If you say I'm running all these questions,
I got plenty of questions, bro. I got questions up to ask. But here's another one. I'm gonna go with Sid first. Has there ever been a time, or a moment you ever thought about quitting the business?
Of course, there's been plenty of times I always think that. First time I ever thought it was, in training where I'm learning how to wrestle for the first time, and it's hard to walk. It's hard to get up and walk, and when I try to lay down on my bed after, my first 3 weeks of training, I'm screaming in agony because I can't sit still. But there's been plenty of times where I've thought it, but the actual act of trying to give up wrestling would kill me on the inside. So I don't think I ever could, even if I wanted to.
Caprice?
Of course. And then me and Cedric, we kind of on different paths because my stream of wrestling, me being, a lot older than him, I've been, up and down a lot, and wrestling I've had many ups with it, I've had many downs to where, it's had strains on personal relationships, even on my marriage at times. To where, I'm going to this place and thinking something's getting ready to happen, and nothing happens, and to the point to where the sacrifices that I've made for the sport, it seemed like, were in vain. And when I went overseas 3 years ago or whatever, I had actually stopped wrestling, and I figured I wouldn't wrestle anymore. I just get a job and all, but what happened was I ended up getting a job to where I was making good money overseas and all. I had a maid, I had drivers. I was making good money over there, and I wasn't happy, and I was still in the ministry and everything over there. And I was actually at a point to where I could have anything I wanted, you know what I'm saying? And what I wanted was wrestling. And so when I came back to this country, stopping a job that was, very lucrative or whatever, to come back here to wrestle, I had made up in my mind that I knew that's what was missing out of my life. So I know this is where I'm supposed to be at. I have ups and downs and all because of business, if you're in it long enough or whatever, you go through those things. And what I try to do, with Cedric and I's relationship is I try to encourage him to get him through those spots, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes he's encouraging me as well, but I wish I had somebody like me when I was Cedric's age, you know what I mean? Because when Pat and Jeff, went on and they was trying to, hold on to their jobs at WWE and all that, there was a long time where I was pretty much by myself and I was going places trying to make a name for myself, but I didn't have anybody that was, in my ear saying, hey, you got this, you're going to make it, you're going to be good, you got it going on or whatever like that. I was mostly up in a time to where people was like, they try to find a way to say, you're not that good, you know what I'm saying, to keep themselves
up, and I didn't realize it at the time, and it really messed with my self-esteem and all, you know what I'm saying, and with my the way I felt about myself and all that. So yeah, of course I felt that way and all, but through it all, with the time that I spent overseas away from wrestling and all, my body's healed up, and it's like I've been blessed to be at the age that I'm at, and I feel like my body is nowhere near the age that it represents.
Yeah, watching that match at Border Wars, you definitely move around like you're definitely young. So hopefully that's a good compliment there.
Yeah, I understand. I'm with it. I understand how it goes. I take it as a compliment.
Awesome. All right. Well, I have a question for Sid again. All right.
Sure.
Today, back in the day, let's go back in the day when they had the Cruiserweight division, WCW, and WWE had their own little bit, and there was the X division, TNA. Do you feel how I feel now, how today is like, it's kind of dying down because, they're not making it entertaining like how it was back in the 90s, early 2000s?
Man, I feel like they're totally crapping all over it, especially TNA.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. And then I think a lot of it's kind of to do with, 15 years ago, being small was kind of a handicap thing. You had to be big, you had to be shredded and all that kind of stuff, where nowadays wrestling fans want athletes. They want guys who don't have to be, 6'6", 320 pounds to, get noticed. And, we look at guys like the guys on top right now, guys like CM Punk, guys like Dolph Ziggler, and so on and so forth. They're not that big. They're probably 6 foot 220, which back 15 years ago was small. So I think that has something to do with it. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of places are just taking what was great cruiserweight wrestling and what made a lot of places stand out, and they're just, saying, hey, no one cares about it, throw it away, who gives a crap, let's just water it down and make it so convoluted and unnecessary that no one's going to want to watch it.
Yeah, because if you look back to it, imagine Dolph Ziggler in the WCW Cruiserweight division. You see him go against Jericho from back then, Juvi Tuguero when he had the mask on, Rey Mysterio when he was young, he was flying all over the freaking place. And you were mentioning about CM Punk too. I always thought of this though. If he was around the Attitude Era, I think he would be okay. He would have been WWE champion. They gave Mick Foley the champion. He was freaking out of shape. They were giving guys
yeah.
Yeah, they were giving guys random the belt to random wrestlers because they were in competition with WCW back then, and they wanted to have what kind of pop that will happen if they could get ratings, You know what I'm saying? Because back then the Attitude Era was different. It was more like, you could say Jerry Springer in wrestling. They'll bring in anybody. If Austin was wrestling today, I don't think he would be he would have been part of the WWE title contender. I don't think he would because he's kind of I don't know. He doesn't have that look to it. For today's WWE, would you agree with me on that too, or?
I don't know about that one, bro. I disagree.
Austin today, WWE, he debuted today, and you're gonna get him all the way in the top by next year. I don't know about that because back then he was, the Attitude Era was you could say like I said, Jerry Springer, how Austin's character was. More like if Austin came in, debuted today with this character, he would pretty much be a heel. And I don't know. To me, John Cena will pretty much always beat him. That's how I see it.
Well, John Cena's fucking Superman in everybody's game.
Yeah, I don't think he's Superman.
Yeah. Hashtag Super Cena?
But I feel like even if Austin, missed his calling, back then and he debuted today, I feel like he would get the same reaction now as he did back then. Not because of his look or his wrestling style, surely because of his attitude.
He's a beast on the mic.
Pretty much.
I believe.
If you could do the exact same thing that he did with Vince McMahon now as he did back then, it'd get the same reaction because stuff like that is timeless. Charisma is timeless. You hating your boss is timeless. Everyone will always from here till Kingdom Come always hate their boss. That, like stuff like that will never change.
Well, to me, I would have thought they would have thought about that. You know, like him feuding with Vince McMahon. I would have seen maybe John Cena kind of like doing that. You know, like not like he will fucking like put cement on the car. I don't see John Cena doing that, but maybe attacking Vince McMahon and making thought it would be cool or something like that. I could see more maybe Austin in line with McMahon if he was wrestling today. But I don't see all that. Like putting a gun on his head, making him piss on his head. I don't see that shit. Yeah.
Real quick, bro. I'm sorry to like step on your toes, but some of our followers have a question for the guys.
Go ahead.
Question is from Vic 100. He says, do you guys plan on going to TNA soon?
How you gonna ask a question like that on the air?
I don't plan on it because I'm happy with Ring of Honor.
Yeah, we're very happy with where we're at now. We don't plan on winning the tag team titles and running the TNA. Thank you very much, Nick 100.
So yeah, next question.
Oh man,
that was a weird question to ask.
Maybe you guys.
We really appreciate you jumping in, Nick 100. Though that's still what's up. You took your time to ask that question, so we appreciate that. Gave Oscar some time to come up with some more questions.
I have a question though. Me and I was talking about this when I told him the CNC Wrestling Factory are going to be with me, and he said you guys stole that name from like a music group or something like that. Is it true?
Yeah, we did. We saw.
Hold on.
I'm gonna finish this one. We saw the CNC Music Factory when we said, you know what would be cool is if we just ripped them off. Good vibrations! And just named ourselves that, and nobody will know it. That's what we said.
Sir. The exact way that name came up, the CNC Wrestling Factory, was this is no lie. And if you actually go back and watch the DVD, this is really how it happened. Me and Caprice tagged for the first time in ROH in Richmond when we wrestled Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole.
Mm-hmm.
And I shit you not, the entire crowd was calling CNC Wrestle. The Wrestling Factory was kind of like given to us afterwards, but the crowd was chanting CNC, and we couldn't understand why until we got to the back and Jim Cornette goes, "Oh, God, they fucking love you out there. They call you the CNC Wrestle Factory." I was like, "Are you serious, or is it a joke?" Yeah. And I shit you not, from that night on, they called us the CNC Wrestle Factory. All the fans kept calling it. They kept chanting CNC every time we came out.
We are the only team in Ring of Honor that has been named by the fans, and it's like we got that name and we couldn't shake it. You know, we couldn't come up with anything different, and so that's what we kept with. It definitely was not our idea. We tried to come up with so many other names, so many ideas to like, hey, what if we did this? What if we did that? You know, but when we go out, you get CNC, you know, what do you do? If it's not broken, don't fix it. You know what I mean? So no, we didn't sit down and think CNC Music Factory. Let's put this together and all that stuff. No, we were named by basically keyboard warriors and fans at the show. So we just kind of broke down and went with it.
Well, I'm gonna go back to that question what that guy said about you guys joining TNA. I thought maybe if you guys signed today, you guys would be tag team champions for the end of the year because they don't really have a tag team division out there. I mean,
is that Oscar asking that question?
That is Oscar.
Yeah, that is.
Oscar trying to get us fired.
No,
damn it! What the hell? Come on, Oscar. These are Ring of Honor superstars here. Damn it!
I know they're superstars. I'm saying, but they don't got no freaking tag team division. Why would they go to TNA?
They need to be Ring of Honor tag team champions.
I know. They got to be champions. Why would they go to TNA? Because
let Austin Aries and Bobby Roode handle TNA, and let these guys handle Ring of Honor.
See, I
believe, you know, here's my deal with that question, and I'll answer that very seriously. You look at the TNA tag team division, you know, and you look at the WWE tag team division, and you look at the Ring of Honor tag team division. I believe that soon and very soon that the CNC Wrestle Factory, is everybody still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Everybody's here.
Okay. I believe that very soon the CNC Wrestle Factory will be the World Tag Team Champions at Ring of Honor, where there's actually a tag division that's respected,
that everybody looks to, that there's some teams there that you say, hey, who did you beat? You're actually the best in the world. You know, we have the opportunity to be able to say that to where we actually will be in the head of a tag team division to where their tag team division is taken as a priority and not a secondary assignment.
I definitely
go to TNA, you know, everybody would like to go different places and all that stuff. But to win the tag team titles there, did we beat the tag team division, or were we just in the right place at the right time? See, at Ring of Honor, the best tag team in the world becomes the tag team champions. It's not a makeshift thing. So I believe at Ring of Honor, you know, even though it's taken us 2 years to get there, we're here, you know, and we're respectable enough to be able to one day be the world tag team champions. So therefore, I believe that the Ring of Honor tag team titles are the most prestige tag team titles in professional wrestling today.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. Because I don't want you guys to go to TNA or WWE. Because I was
gonna mention this. Ring of Honor, you got Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards together. You know, you got Scum. They just formed as a tag team. Who else you got? You got
the Briscoe brothers.
You got the Briscoe, which right now singles competition though.
We have a phenomenal roster. Getting better, the Bravado brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right now, would you say ACH and Tadarius Thomas is a tag, or that was just like a one night thing?
I think they're a tag. Now, either way, they're going to be good, whichever way direction they go with them. I honestly believe they're better as single superstars because they're two totally different people with that I believe could gather two different crowds away from each other or together. But I'm a big fan of ACH and Tadarius Thomas. I like them as a team. Whichever way they go, I know they'll still be successful. Or whatever, but, you know, you can add them to the list because look at how they took us to the Limited Border Wars. And not counting them as a tag team, as a tag team competitors, wouldn't be too smart.
Yeah.
All right, so now I would disagree with you on that one because I think that those two guys together would be a phenomenal tag team. All they need is the time and opportunity to get that cohesiveness that me and you have, because when me and you first started tagging, it was one of those rare things where we just kind of gelled instantly. Whereas, you know, Tadarius and ACH, they need that time basically to really just find each other as a team.
And I mean, even if you go back and look at Border Wars, the way we beat them is when they weren't cohesive, you know what I'm saying? When they weren't gelling together, we took advantage of that.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, as time goes on, you know, they're going to get better and better, you know, so they would be a definite team to reckon with even more than they are now, or whatever. But like I said, you know, single-wise, both of those guys, they have phenomenal matches, and they have two totally different personalities that really stand out amongst themselves. And I think that's another plus with Ring of Honor that, you know, we're talking about 4 different black guys here that, you know, WWE would have never did the move that Ring of Honor did, but you're able to see that Tadarius Thomas has his own style, ACH has his own style, and Cedric and I, we have our own style. You know, and we're four different styles and 4 different venues and 4 different type of fans that we're able to bring in, you know, even though we're the athletic black guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's Ring of Honor for you, you know.
We actually had ACH on here like 3 weeks ago. It's a pretty cool dude too. You know, we talked to, so yeah.
You want to tell him what I did for him?
Oscar ordered ACH some pizza from Pizza Hut, so
And it was funny, he had to get his pizza 2 hours later because he was in St. Louis and they had a hurricane warning out there or something like that. And he had to wait 2 hours for his pizza because of that.
Mm. That's what's
and
up,
I told him, if you come down to Cali, I'll buy you another one.
But real quick,
I was going to ask, this leads to my next question. When you guys are coming to Cali, are you guys coming to Cali anytime soon, or?
Look, man, I only speak one language fluently. If they book us, we will be there.
I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going
to
help y'all. The campaign starts now. CNC to fucking PWG right now. Yeah. I'm going to hashtag that shit right after the show. CNC PWG.
That sounds good.
So you know it's got to work.
Yeah, that sounds like a hook right there.
And you know what? I actually have some friends that can help me, too, that are diehard independent fans that can definitely help that happen. Because I want to see it. Because we're going to be there June 15th to the next show. But you guys should go because basically the whole Ring of Honor roster is in PWG, just about. So just bring some more Ring of Honor guys, and I'm happy. So I want to see some. Basically, all I want to see is some guys that can definitely go. But I have one more question for you guys. Where do you guys see yourself in 5 years? And then in the next 5 years?
Man, I see myself wrestling and making money and enjoying life as I do it. That's about all I can really say, really. I mean, that's all I really expect is just to keep wrestling, keep making money as I do it, and enjoy it as I go along.
Yeah, Cedric's definitely he's gonna have it going on in 5 years. Oh my God, I tell Cedric all the time. I say in 5 years he'll be a household name. You know, I believe in him that much. There's a lot of guys that I believe in him, ACH, all that much because they have it. You know what I mean? Me in 5 years, I pray that I'm alongside with them when I go today. But they look past the age. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I feel that the shape that I'm in and the maturity that I have. Not only would I be a big asset to any roster, I also feel that, I could be a mentor to any roster as well. So in 5 years, I see myself still somehow in the wrestling business, making it happen. If not, I'll be wherever God needs me to be.
Yeah, definitely, man. Oscar, you have any more questions?
Well, I got one more question, because really, guys, it's like a finale thing right here. For this, for the both of you guys, is there a goal you're trying to reach for right now, like for the future? Besides the tag team champs, there's anything else like you're trying to do, like I want to do this and that before I retire?
Wow. Man, I would just like to solidify my spot in Ring of Honor as a top name, and not just. I mean, as much as it is being, a blue chip athlete, blah blah blah, stuff like that, I want to have a concrete spot in saying that this guy was, a great ROH superstar. This guy was, an ROH icon kind of thing. Like, if I solidify a spot like that, I would retire happy.
Well, we could say Ring of Honor legend.
Oh God, I can name a ton of people: Samoa Joe, Nigel McGuinness. Low key.
But we want your name
AJ
to be
Styles.
like right there. No, but you want your name to be right there.
Oh, most definitely. So it's like those are the guys that I watched right before I actually made the decision. Hey, I'm gonna go train.
I can name a gang of legends too, bro. Out the head.
Yeah.
But gentlemen, you guys want to throw out you guys' Twitters, Facebooks, emails, or anything? So maybe some guys from PWG are listening or something.
Yeah. At Caprice Coleman on Twitter, Caprice Coleman on Facebook.
At Cedric Alexander on Twitter. Yeah, I mean it's just our names on Twitter and Facebook, and my email's right there on my Twitter and Facebook. So feel free to email me, shoot me anything you want. I will respond in due time.
It is just that simple to book CNC at PWG or wherever you need us to be. If you book us, we will be there.
Definitely. Hey, real quick, you want to do a promo for us to basically to the all the tag teams in Ring of Honor?
Against all the tag teams, or for, or what do you mean?
Basically, do a promo and let them know that you guys coming for the tag titles.
Oh, okay. Sure. What you want?
You want to start that one off?
You want me to start it off?
Yeah, you want to start this one off.
All right. The Ring of Honor Tag Team Division, I want you to listen. I want you to listen clear to exactly what we're getting ready to say. The CNC Wrestle Factory has been going at this thing for 2 years now, and we're getting another opportunity to become tag team champions. And I want you to listen to this because how many times do you climb the mountaintop before you actually reach it? And I believe we've been there enough times, so I believe it's time to fear the CNC because the CNC Wrestle Factory doesn't take this opportunity lightly anymore. The opportunity that we've been given, we've went over and we haven't been able to get where we need to get to. But I believe now the next opportunity that the CNC Wrestle Factory gets for the tag team titles, you will see us as tag team champions, which will catapult us as a great tag team champions in Ring of Honor. And to be the tag team champions of Ring of Honor would be a highlight in our career because we know we beat the best to get there. We know that we have the best tag team division in Ring of Honor, and when we become the number one team in Ring of Honor, CNC Wrestle Factory will be respected worldwide, and we will defend our titles worldwide no matter who is to go against. So the CNC Wrestle Factory, we're putting in the grind. We're going overtime anywhere you book us to be.
Bottom line is, CNC Wrestle Factory is the fastest rising tag team in the world today, and there is no stopping the grind. Caprice said it all. I'm ending it with amen, and you're talking to the new, soon-to-be Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Caprice Coleman, Cedric Alexander, definitely going overtime with us. We want to thank you guys for being on the show. Hopefully you guys on here when you got the Tag Team Champs. But
yeah,
want to wish you guys the best of luck, man.
I appreciate the opportunity to be on WrestlingHeads Radio. Shout out to WrestlingHeads Radio and all the fans that listen to it. All the people that take out time to have wrestling radio in itself, you know, to still have wrestling fans around that keep up with this thing. You keep us going today, and we really appreciate that.
Definitely. We want to thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
All right, take care, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
CNC Wrestle Factory, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely good dudes. Appreciate them dudes for being on the show. First tag team on our show. Love it.
Wow, first tag team. That was a good interview.
It definitely was. I had fun, dude. Like, probably the coolest dudes ever.
I'd like to have these guys again.
Huh?
So I'd love to have these guys again. I mean, they look like they're fun to be around, you know?
Yeah, definitely, man. Mr. Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander. We got a lot to talk about. We got Border Wars to go over, TNA talk, PWG talk, Raw talk, you know, this random WWE, fucking PWG, all the fucking promotions talk. We just gonna talk professional wrestling. That's what we love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what we do. But real quick, let's take a little quick break. Show some love to the homies from Sports CR one time. Four Corners Radio is the home for the best professional wrestling and independent wrestling, discussions and coverage. Billy, Ant, Martin, and Sam bring you three of the best podcasts every week. The Four Corners Raw Roundtable, the Indie Project, and the Saturday Freestyle. Along with the podcast, FourCornersWrestling.com is designed with all wrestling fans in mind. Feature articles, videos, the weekly shows, and much more. Four Corners and WrestlingHeads are teaming up to bring you wrestling's next revolution. Are you ready? Definitely ready. We got a big announcement. I want to make the first big announcement. We have two big announcements today. First big announcement is next week on Thursday, we will have television champion for Ring of Honor, Matt Taven, with us, ladies and gentlemen. Another Ring of Honor superstar coming here next week. I don't think Oscar knew about that one. I just told him about that one.
Yeah, you told me about that.
So that was a surprise to him right there. So Matt Taylor's joining us next week. But let's get into some talk. Tonight, Abyss makes his return back to TNA. What's your thoughts on that, dude?
I just actually thought about him the other day, like, okay, what's up with this character? Are they going to bring it back or not? And then when I just saw TNA, I just finished watching it right before the show started, and I was like, holy shit, it's the Abyss, you know? Like, I had the volume down, and I didn't really hear, the actual reaction to the crowd and the commentary, so I was actually shocked about it, and And please don't make him the lovable Abyss. I mean, you gotta come as the monster Abyss, because this is the Abyss I like when he was the monster Abyss, not no lovable guy, or he's trying to have the power Hulkamania, not that Abyss, please. You know, I mean, you gotta be the Abyss. You gotta be somebody who's gonna go in there and threaten any aces and eights. This is who he's supposed to be. You know, not no lovable character. You know, I know you guys try to be funny sometimes, but come on, it's the Abyss. You have, what's his name, Eric Young to be that kind of character.
You said Eric Young.
I mean, does him and Santino or just those are, you know, those kind of characters are made for them, you know, not the Abyss or Kane.
Yeah. Abyss is like kind of like the Kane of TNA.
Yeah. And a lot of people say he's a rip for Kane, but I just, maybe he is, maybe not, but they're all alike.
My bad, I'm over here tweeting real quick. Cool. Tonight, we have Bad Influence go against the Dirty Hills, which was a fucking good match. James Storms was the ref. Austin Aries is fucking killing. Like, he was like that guy tonight. Like, he was basically the spotlight dude of the match. You get thoughts on that?
That was a good match. He was killing. Like I said earlier, like during that interview, I mean, it was. Or I don't know if I said it during the show or not before the show, but it was a good match. But the whole guest referee thing kind of killed it for me. But it would have been better if they didn't use him as a guest referee, and hopefully could do it again soon, like a rematch, but this time not having James Storm as the referee. Let's let it have like a clean finish, and I'll enjoy that, you know, at least. But it was a good match. That was the match of the night.
It definitely was a match of the night. Also tonight, AJ Styles and Kurt Angle went at it after a promo with Sting and Angle calling out Styles to see what side was he going to choose, see if he was going to be with TNA or Aces and Eights. Basically, AJ, you know, walked away because Kurt Angle was basically saying you're with us or you're going against us, and once he was walking away, he basically grabbed him, and they were just going back and forth, and the refs had to come out and shit. From then, when they broke it up, AJ basically walked out on him, and he didn't choose to be part of that six-man tag at the end. AJ Styles, there's a lot of people talking about like who's gonna be the mystery guy, who's gonna be the mystery guy. It's like AJ's gonna come back, but it makes sense for AJ not to come back because if you brought him back now, then what's gonna happen at Slammiversary?
Are you trying to say like do like a little Sting thing like they did in WCW when he started becoming that you know, like that crow thing, you know? He just starts things in the rafters, just stays quiet. That's what you're trying to say, or just be off TV?
I mean, it makes sense. You know, he is the Sting of fucking TNA. Everybody and their mom know that shit, so pretty sure something's gonna be happening. Like Aces and Eights are gonna be destroying TNA, and all of a sudden AJ Styles comes back and says, you know, like he's gonna save the day. Like I can already see it. Like pay-per-view's not even here, and it's on June 2nd.
You saying he's gonna choose sides in Slammiversary?
I think so. It makes sense, right?
Yeah, they could go out longer too. Till he has 1 year off. I mean, he can't go after the title for 1 year. Maybe they could do something till then. I don't know if you want to see it continue after that. I mean, or that long. Do you want to keep a mystery like how WWE's doing with the Shield? Like, how they're doing it, keeping it going and going. Do you want to see that from TNA, from AJ Styles being
AJ Styles? Honestly, the whole AJ Styles shit is ridiculous right now. I mean, I don't even care what they do with it, but it's obvious they're gonna have him, you know, choose sides at Slammiversary. This makes sense.
I mean, the AJ Styles thing. I mean, I like what his mystery thing doing. I like it, but I mean, if it's gonna end in Slammiversary, oh be it. I mean, it's like I've seen this before with Sting in WCW with the NWO thing. it's the same old shit. So
different day, same shit. You know what? TNA is not even talkable. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some fucking real shit. You know what? Real quick, how about we make a quick call?
Hold on. Wait, go ahead.
Let's call Toby. Toby?
So let's call him.
We better call our boy Toby real quick. While y'all listening, call us up 760-454-1107. Y'all got any questions? We have another announcement we're going to make later on. I believe Oscar is going to make that announcement for us. Give me a second. Toby, let's find Toby's number. Who's our co-host? He definitely wasn't on the show. Should have been on the show. It would have been dope. But,
you could say he's missing right now.
we just talk about who could be the next fucking WH Radio champion, and that's me. You had no comeback there, huh?
I just let you talk.
Come on, Toby. Yeah, Toby's not answering.
Sorry I wasn't able to answer your call, but please leave your name and number and I will get back.
Boo! Toby sucks. Let's talk Border Wars. You seen Border Wars, right?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and kick off with the first match. The CNC Wrestle Factory going against ACH and Tadarius Thomas, which was a great tag team match. I mentioned about the dope ass fucking finisher that the guys have. What's your thoughts on that whole match? Which we're real cool with basically three of the guys that were in that match.
You know what? I had to end up watching it twice because the first time I was watching Border Wars, I was kind of a little distracted. And then when I watched this match again, I was saying, you know what? That changed my mind. Like, this is the best match of the night. You know, this had to be the best match. And then I was like, wow, it's a good way to open this ippv event. And that finisher was sick.
It seemed like it was time. I can't really explain the move, but the shit was fucking ridiculous, crazy, like good. But the CNC Wrestle Factory got the winner, ACH and Tadarius Thomas with the pin. Basically, you know, kind of moving them up in the ranks for a shot at the Ring of Honor tag titles. The next match that they had, which really it wasn't even on the card, but it ended up being Roderick Strong going against Mike Bennett. A lot of talk about Mike Bennett, which we'll get into after we talk about the match. This match was a back and forth type match. You know, Roderick Strong's got those chops. You know, does Ric Flair, basically taking lessons from the great one, Ric Flair. Mike Bennett definitely doing his shit. He did like a crazy ass spear in that fucking match. But I definitely enjoyed that match. But the funny part is, I don't know what the character's name is that came down and kissed Maria, who distracted Mike Bennett. But
yeah, I was gonna ask, like, who is that?
But anyways, somebody kissed Maria, distracted Mike Bennett, and Roderick Strong definitely basically got the win over Mike Bennett. You have any thoughts on that match?
It was an okay match. Yes, I could say it's like not one of the top matches in the event, but I mean it was an okay match. It didn't bore me or nothing, but instead it got mystery in the end, you know, about the kiss thing. So I was like, what was this leading to?
Speaking of Mike Bennett, he has lots of talks out there. He's a free agent soon. Talks about him going to the WWE. Talks about him going to TNA. I believe WWE. I could probably see him in the WWE for right now, but
I think WWE wants him.
They want him bad. I mean, he's got the look. Definitely come in with Maria. He's got to come with Maria. If he doesn't come with Maria, like, He can't.
I think both of them are coming. I wouldn't be shocked in a year. They both be like a year from now. They both be on the main roster.
Yeah, they said something about her contract is running out too. So, like if you go to her like Twitter page, all the bookings are coming from her. So, but
I mean, she had been teasing WWE return for quite a bit. So,
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see what the future holds.
Another match, which was a great match, which I thought was a good match too, tonight. Mr. BJ Wimmer defeating Rhett Titus in an I Quit match. Crazy ass match. Definitely the boys going at it because it was I Quit match. You can basically use anything in that match to make your opponent quit. There's a moment with Rhett Titus. He brought out what are those things? They're like handcuffs to handcuff your opponent to the rope.
Yeah.
And he basically was going to use it, but BJ Wimmer, he countered Rhett Titus from basically put him, tied him up to the rope. And he put Titus into the rope and tied him up and just beat the shit out of him. And that's when Steve Corino came down. And Steve Corino got on his knees. And Wimmer was going to hit him, I believe, with a chair. And that's when Titus was basically screaming out, I quit. And he basically quit from there. That's crazy. He sacrificed himself just so he could stop beating on his boy from Scum. And right after that, that's when Jimmy Jacobs and Cliff Compton just came out, and they just started beating up on BJ Whitmer, and then Michael Elgin and Jay Lethal came out, and that's when the tag team match started from right there. Your boy Elgin is a fucking beast. We know what he can do. We see what he does all the time at the PWG shows.
Yeah.
Picking up like two guys at the same time, throwing them like they're nothing. He's just throwing them around. But you want to talk about this match?
Yeah, sure. Why not? It was a good thing. I mean, I'm gonna go back to the I Quit match. When it comes to I Quit matches, I'm not a big fan like how that ended. Like you said, I quit the sacrifice. I rather like see a match where it ends like when they make the points. Like just like recently in TNA with D'Lo and Kurt Angle, something like that. I mean, I saw something like that in WCW back in the day when they had something like it was something similar like that when the like they didn't do a submission. He just like stopped in the. I don't remember who was it, but they stopped it during the match. Like I quit and just walked away. I mean that was fucking stupid. I mean. And after that, that's when the tag match happened, with the Michael Elgin and Jay Lethal thing. I mean, it was all right. I mean, that wasn't better than the opener. I can tell you that.
I see you still on the opener, huh? Not to mention.
Yeah, I'm still on the opener.
Not to mention Jay Lethal got hurt, and then Kevin Steen came out to help,
yeah.
and basically, he was trying to get in the match, and they finally let him in the match because he was part of Scum, and him and Elgin basically were killing in the match into, I believe, somebody got distracted, and then one of the guys got pinned. So Scum comes up with the win. That's big for Scum right there.
I would have seen still the champ.
It will be dope. Another good match. I think this probably was another top match. Eddie Edwards going against Taiji Ishimura.
Yeah, that
was
what is
a good
Japanese
match.
guy?
Yeah, that was a good match.
Yeah.
I
don't know that much about him, but where's he actually from? Japan or?
Yeah, Japan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that much about him, but it was okay, man. Eddie Edwards, and I've seen Eddie Edwards, a lot, but this guy, Taiji, I almost feel like saying Tajiri because his name, looks like it's Tajiri. Yeah, but
he was better than Tajiri, bro.
Oh yeah, he is. I gotta see more of this guy. I gotta keep looking up with this guy. This guy just came out of nowhere,
I think he's 27 years old. I think he's been doing it because he's been in matches with Generico.
Generico, yeah.
He's been around for a while, so.
Yeah, there was a certain time that I was off Ring of Honor. I'm trying to get back into it, so I'm trying to because I got off because of the channels. They got rid of the channel. I'm like, fuck it, So I'm trying to get my knowledge of Ring of Honor back in.
Matt Taven, our boy, retained his Ring of Honor title over Mark Briscoe in the pin. I don't know. I wasn't interested in this match that big because I knew Matt Taven was going to get the title back, so I kind of fast forwarded. But Matt Taven did his shit. Match of the night, in my opinion, Davey Richards versus Paul London. Wow. That's all I can say.
Yeah, which Paul London did got hurt. I mean, he got injured during the match. I did not know he got injured until a couple hours after the event.
Yeah, Davey Richards. He also shouted out in the ring, best wrestler in the world. When he said that, I was pumped because I like that shit. That's basically taking a shot at Punk, kind of in a way. And in my opinion, Davey Richards might be better than CM Punk.
All right.
He might be, but they're both good. Don't get me wrong. And them two in the ring together in the WWE ring will be great because Davey Richards, his contract's also run up soon, and he did tweet like a couple weeks ago that he's on his way to Connecticut to prove who's the real best in the world. So.
Oh shit.
That'd be crazy. If
he comes in and all these guys start coming in WWE, it'll be a new era in WWE.
The new era is coming soon, which we'll mention in a minute why. Jay Briscoe, Adam Cole went at it. Man, my boy Adam Cole was so close to getting a title. Didn't get the title, but I see him as a new Scum member coming soon.
Yep. Your dream might come true of him becoming a heel.
I've been saying this, Ring of Honor. If you're smart, you might want to turn Adam Cole to a heel because he could play a great heel. If you watch PWG.
Yeah.
And in PWG, he is probably the top heel besides the Young Bucks and PWG. Speaking of PWG, I think we should talk about some of the matches that we got going down over there.
Yep.
At their event, June 15th. Tickets going so when?
Tuesday.
I knew that. I just had to get you involved. Let's talk about some of the matches. First match that was announced was the Young Bucks going against AR Fox and Samurai Del Rey. Samurai Del Sol in a non-title tag match. AR Fox, Beast. Del Sol's a beast. The Bucks, those are my boys. Best tag team, I think, out there right now. But I'm telling you right now, the CNC Wrestle Factory is definitely getting up there with them to be another favorite of mine. That's just my opinion.
Did you get my text about Samurai Del Sol?
Yeah, I was going to get into that right now, actually. You want to go ahead and tell the fans?
Okay, I was earlier today on the internet and said that Samurai Del Sol is getting close to signing a deal with the WWE. I guess he has to take his physical first, and then if it passes, he's going to sign a new contract. I don't know how long it's going to take, but if he signs between maybe now and I guess to the PWG event, maybe this could be his final appearance.
Yeah, man. It's real quick. I think we got the boy Toby on live with us.
Oh shit!
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's good?
What's up, man?
I just got done with my work. I swear. Actually, I'm not even done. I'm not even like a quarter of the way done, but whatever. I can spend 45 minutes with you guys. What's going on?
Well, you call in the time we were talking about PWG. You call in the right time.
Okay,
did you get my text? I sent you the text, too, about Samurai de Soul.
About him making developmental for WWE?
Yep.
That was the first time I heard it.
Yeah, we were talking about, like, right now, if I don't know how long this process goes. Like, he has to pass a physical, I believe, and if he passes, he's gonna end up signing. So, are you familiar how long this actually takes, or?
Well, when they announced El Generico, it only took about maybe 3 weeks, and then he was gone. They gave him time to wrap up all his prior commitments, and that was it. So,
yeah.
If they're doing the same thing with Samurai, I mean, it'll only be a few weeks. It depends on if he signed the deal or not. I mean, if it's final. I know the deal with Sammy has been in process now we heard about it, 6 months ago, and so, but Sammy's been wrestling ever since. So I don't know if it's the same situation as Sammy or if it's more of a situation like El Generico where it's like a done deal where, you're gonna go to Florida and you're gonna be a part of our developmental system. So wrap up whatever you have to do, and you're gonna come wrestle for us now. I'm not sure exactly how it's gonna work because the first I heard about it was when you sent it to me today.
Yeah, I that's when I first read about it. I was like, holy shit! So I decided to send it to both of you guys.
Yeah. Another match that I'm pretty sure that Toby's gonna be very down to see is Kevin Steen going against Drake Younger. Your thoughts, Toby?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fucking awesome. I don't know who's gonna win that match. That's like.
Yeah, we were talking about this on Monday. On Monday, Tuesday. We were like, holy shit, who's gonna win this match?
First time ever.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's gonna be a fucking awesome match. I wish that there was pay-per-view for that match because I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be interested in seeing that one.
Speaking of tickets, who's the one getting tickets? You or your girlfriend? Who's going to be sitting by the computer waiting to buy the tickets?
That'll be me, but my girlfriend said she's gonna pay for this show since I paid for like the last couple shows, so she goes, I'll pay for this one. So hopefully she comes through on her word, but I'll be the one that's sitting there by the computer trying to get my front row seats again.
I was gonna ask one of you guys if you guys could pay for me, and I'll pay you back because I'm barely gonna get off work at that time when the tickets go on sale. I'm not gonna be nowhere near a computer.
I'm actually not going to work just so I can buy the tickets.
Oh shit! Hey, if you get my ticket, I'm gonna pay you back.
You give me the money sometime this weekend, and I'll put it in. Yeah,
I'll do that. I'll go by your house and I'll just give you the money.
Definitely. You want to talk about another match that's going to be up there at the PWG show, Oscar?
Another match. Yeah, me and Toby actually was talking about this tag match between the Young Bucks and but the AR. I know we discussed about it, but why is it a non-title match? That's really strange.
I don't know. Well, it looks like there's no title on the line at this event.
Well, the world title match it is, but I mean this tag match is not. So I don't know. That got my eyebrow. Like, why? Because usually every PG event there's always a title match.
It says the world title's not even a title match. It just says main event.
I thought it was for the title, the Adam Cole and Sami Callihan match.
I mean, on their Twitter it says this main event. It doesn't say it's a title match.
What the fuck? If it's not for the title, then I'm like, okay, wow. I mean, it's not gonna say I'm not gonna go anymore. I'm just saying like, oh, strange. But I'm looking forward to the match.
But all right, I'm gonna move to another match. The Unbreakable fucking Machines, Mr. Michael Elgin and Brian Cage are going to go against the Rockness Monsters, Mr. Johnny Goodtime and Johnny Yuma. The boys, our homies. Should be a good match. As always, to see the Rockness Monsters do their shit, and always to see the Unfucking Breakable Machines do their shit. You guys have any thoughts?
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see what they have, the Unbreakable fucking Machine pulls out this time, because they seem to be trying to outdo each other every time. If you guys have noticed, like, the last 3 shows, I think Michael Elgin went for, like, the first time they tagged, he went for, like, a 30-second up in the air, like, suplex, and then, like, a few shows ago, they did, like, a whole minute where the crowd was counting for a minute, and then he did, like, a minute and 30 last time, and then, like, they were passing the guy off, and then they were doing, like, squats with the guys. You guys remember that?
Yeah, Kevin Steen couldn't hang with him.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see what they're going to do this time. I wonder if they're going to go for, like, 5 minutes or something and just keep passing the guy off. That'd be funny.
We got Johnny Gargano and Chuck Taylor returning back to PWG to take on the Dojo Bros.
Yeah.
That should be a good one.
Chuck E.T. I love Chuck Taylor.
Yeah, Chuck Taylor and Johnny as a tag team, Beast. It looks like they're bringing new tag teams, and you just missed it. We just had the CNC Wrestle Factory on here, and we're gonna start like a campaign to try to get them over there to PWG. So
think about it. I know Excalibur listens, and Danny, they all listen to whatever the fans want. I mean, we chanted, "Please come back" for AR Fox and Samurai Del Sol, and look what happened. They're both back at this show. We chanted, "Trent, get the hell out of here because you suck," and he's not back. So
he's a bum.
I mean, they listen.
He's a bum. Trent's a bum. So all you people that love Trent, bumness. I'm gonna move on though. Kyle O'Reilly will take on Davey Richards. When I saw Davey Richards on the fucking card, I marked the fuck out. When I mean I marked the fuck out because I've never seen Davey Richards live. I am so pumped. Dude, you don't know how pumped I am.
Funny is the last three shows I saw Davey Richards at, I think he's lost. I don't think I've ever seen Davey Richards win a match in PWG.
He better be Kyle O'Reilly, though.
I don't know. Kyle O'Reilly beat Sami Callihan last event, so I don't know. Maybe they're trying to build Kyle O'Reilly.
But I don't even understand why Sami's in this match with Adam. If he lost, if he's in the match with the champ, it's kind of like you get to move down the rankings, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm still happy to see Adam Cole and Sami in the ring. Because Adam Cole and Sami together, they make history. In a 60-minute Iron Man match, too?
Yeah, Sami's a beast. That's going to be I think they could both do it. I don't know. I've never, like I was telling Oscar, I've never been to WrestleMania. I didn't go to WrestleMania at the Pond when Shawn and Brett had their Iron Man match. I've never seen a full 60-minute Iron Man match. I've seen, they had a 30-minute one they did on Raw.
They should add, you know what they should add? They would, either they should have a fucking, what's the Guerrilla Warfare match? Or
dude, that would be too crazy for an Iron Man match.
That would be crazy. Guerrilla Warfare Iron Man match? Or give a Guerrilla Warfare match to fucking Drake Younger and Kevin Steen. How about that?
Yeah, I would love that.
You never know.
It might come out with Warfare matches. You never know. Maybe Steen will do like a promo before the match. Let's make this Guerrilla Warfare, and then everybody's gonna go on nuts and shit.
That'd be crazy. But yeah, PWG, man, should be dope. Definitely looking forward to it. It's still word out there. Remember I told you about Jake the Snake? Still must be in the Royal Rumble. The word is still going around. The word is still definitely going around.
Did he release like a comment recently about Vince McMahon?
I didn't see that.
I heard there was a new video out there that he said something about Vince McMahon. Nothing bad about him, but like he's almost saying like he's kissing his ass so he can actually be in the Rumble.
Shit. I mean, he wants to be in the Hall of Fame, I'm pretty sure. Sure soon.
I think he'll get it.
I don't know. Jake the Snake should have been in a long time ago.
Well, I don't think a few years ago they weren't even maybe thinking about it because he was always on drugs and shit. And, you know, WWE's all PG and everything. Why would he put him in?
1 second, gentlemen. Hold it down real quick. Why you guys quiet?
He said to hold it down.
I said hold it down. I'll be right back.
All right.
But I thought you were going to be quiet. I'm like, what the hell?
But I thought something was going on. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, I know.
Well, like I said, he was on drugs, and I don't think they would have put him in. Like, so is Scott Hall. You know, they're freaking like drug addicts. I don't know why would WWE put a drug addict in their Hall of Fame. You know, but now things are changing. They got help, so who knows?
Yeah, Jake the Snake said he's cleaned up now. I mean, I think this is like the third or fourth time I heard that he's been clean, and he keeps relapsing or whatever. But I guess to drug addicts, you know, they never completely be cured. They just fight off the temptation to do it. So
hey, hats off to DDP. You know, he did it. You know, he's helping these two guys out. You know, I mean, how Jake the Snake look now, I'm like, wow. You know, I like to see him carry the Snake again and bring him in the ring and hope somebody, and if he comes to the Royal Rumble, bring the Snake and hope someone like, I don't know, there's no actually big monster heel to run around. It's like, oh my God, the Snake, he runs and he gets himself eliminated. Like back in the day, like, what was it? Akeem used to do it, and then Mabel. I mean, there's nobody like that right now, unless they want to turn Brodus Clay to a heel, but, I mean, that'd be freaking cool. Or they make freaking Big E Langston fucking runs off the ring and fucking gets all scared and shit of a fucking snake.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Big E Langston versus Jake the Snake at WrestleMania. There you go. Dang, we're booking WrestleMania matches left and right. Holy shit, that's like the fourth one we've booked. God damn, I'd pay to see that too. Shit. They need to get WWE people listening to us. We've already booked like 4. I mean, what were the other ones we booked? Which one did you book, Oscar? Undertaker versus Cena?
I mean, that was the rumor match was going on, but if I was going to book that match, Taker's winning, not Cena. Fuck that shit.
Yo. We're not talking about no damn fucking John Cena. I swear.
Yeah.
And noon, WrestlingHeads champion of the world.
This guy.
Who's the WrestlingHeads champion?
I'm going to take WrestlingHeads champion, and I don't care what you guys to say about that.
What? So, has anyone voted on that shit yet? Have we got any responses?
Skits voted for himself.
Yeah, I figured. I'm not voting
for myself. You know, let the people vote, you know.
Question is, how are we going to find out who's the first champ?
We were going to vote on it, but now you voted for yourself, so now the contest is kind of ruined, so.
Well, we could try to do it again. Just put it out there and see who should be the first ever WrestlingHeads champion and see what happens. Maybe we get some votes.
I thought it was going to be like this. We're going to,
We're going to, like, all cut promos or something?
No. If you want to cut a promo, go for it. Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander already did. But peep this out. This is what Oscar said. Starting Extreme Rules, whoever had the most predictions right is the champ.
All right, so is that how we're going to do it? We're not going to vote then for the first one?
No, the voting was actually for, like, the listeners. Like, who do you think who should be the champion? But the competition is going to start at Extreme Rules.
Oh, okay. All right. So how is that going to work, or what are we going to? Because I don't want to submit my picks in and then have you guys be copying my picks and shit. You know, this is for reals. This is all out war right here. So.
Well, I was thinking the show before Extreme Rules, we reveal our picks and see what happens until Extreme Rules.
So are we going to do it on air then, I guess?
We're doing it on air.
Yeah.
And were you going, Oscar, to watch the show?
I'm not quite sure yet. Let me try to get a hold of some people. I was thinking about watching some place in Downey, but if they're not down to go, then I guess I'll just stream it.
I mean, because I'm already in. If we get Toby to go and his girl to go, I'll see the pay-per-view, and whoever wins the most predictions there just takes the title home.
Well, I guess we could do that. I don't know how much is the pay-per-view, man. We should just order it. We'll all chip in because I hate going places to watch it. Man, it's fucking sucks. It's all crowded.
I think it's like maybe $45.
Dude, WrestleMania was $70. I don't know how much this one's gonna be.
Oh, I think this is gonna be like $45.
Yeah, I mean they don't even offer the regular SD streaming on my TV anymore. I can only buy it in HD, so I have to pay the HD price, whatever it is.
I have a nice like a little flat screen in my house, but things in my living room is kind of small. So, I mean, you've been in my house, Skits. You know, my living room is like kind of small. So, if we're gonna do everything in my house, I gotta like get in touch with these people over here, and maybe we could work something out.
Yeah, we'll definitely figure it out. But Oscar's got a big announcement. I already made the announcement earlier, ladies and gentlemen. For those who missed, television champion of Ring of Honor, Matt Taven, is on here next week with us on Thursday. So tune into that. And Oscar's got another announcement for us.
Okay. May 23rd, Headbanger Thrasher is going to join us here on Wrestling Heads Radio. And he said possibly his partner Mosh too. So cross your fingers on that. But Thrasher said he's down to do it the 23rd, May 23rd.
I thought one of them died. Yeah, I swear, like
no, they're both still alive.
Mosh died or something.
No, he's still alive. I actually tweeted with him during the Raw 20th anniversary show. And then he was kind of tweeting about it, and I tweeted to him, hey, you know they just showed you, right, on Raw? He was like, no, I didn't know that. Like, yeah, I explained to him, like, they show you the clip when you were doing a little Livy to Beaver gimmick you had doing for a little bit, and then he was like, oh wow, I gotta check it out again. I totally missed it. So that was like just a few months ago, but I didn't hear anything that he died.
I thought he died like a long time ago. That's why they weren't on TV anymore, and that's why the Headbangers weren't on.
I think Draws. It was Draws that died.
Is Draws dead? I thought Draws was paralyzed.
Yeah, Draws is paralyzed.
I thought he died.
Draws isn't dead.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean,
we're starting. Holy shit.
I don't know where you guys come from, but I didn't hear
He is paralyzed. D'Lo Brown did that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's paralyzed. Draws isn't dead though.
I'll fuck up.
So who the hell died then?
Nobody.
Tess died.
If you're confused with another tag team with makeup, that a tag teamers that died, maybe you confuse him with Hawk from Legion of Doom.
Yeah, I know. Hawk died. Yeah, he died not too long ago. They had him on Raw, I think, like 3 weeks or a month before he died.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a tag match with against RVD and Kane, right?
Yeah, I remember when their music hit, everyone was like, "Oh shit!" Like it's the fucking Legion of Doom.
That match was good. The reason why they appeared at Raw because they're trying to get a contract, but then I guess they decided not to sign them. Because I remember they also had a dark match on SmackDown the next day, and I guess they didn't want to sign him a contract. So, and then later that's when Hawk passed away.
So who was the trivia question? Who was the original Legion of Doom?
The original Legion of Doom?
Whoever can answer this, they should be the next Wrestling Heads Radio champion.
Maybe I think I got that answer. Hawk Animal and Paul Ellering.
Damn, that's pretty fucking close. What's up? What do you think, Skits?
Jake the Snake He's 1, right?
And okay, you guys got 2 out of the 5.
I got Jake the Snake's 1, right?
Yep, Jake the Snake was 1. That's for sure.
Animal and Hawk.
Animal, Hawk, Paul Ellering, spoiler, Jake the Snake.
I didn't Google it either because I remember somebody quizzed me on this.
All right, I'll take myself. If there's a vote, I would take myself out because that was pretty good. I didn't think you guys would get any of them except for Animal and Hawk. But yeah, the original Legion of Doom formed in Georgia Championship Wrestling. It was formed by those 5 guys. If we had a second, I would tell the whole story because the whole story is fucking hilarious. Actually, Jake the Snake.
We got 14 minutes, bro.
All right, here we go. It's actually the story of how to turn King Kong Bundy babyface. You guys want to hear the story of how to turn King Kong Bundy babyface? Okay, so the original Legion of Doom was those 5 guys, right? And Jake the Snake at the time was booking for Georgia Championship Wrestling. He was the guy in charge, and they were going to bring in King Kong Bundy, and King Kong Bundy at the time was doing the 5-count thing. And King Kong Bundy, they were showing videos every week, and hinting, Gordon, their announcer, was hinting that King Kong Bundy might join the Legion of Doom. And, Gordon every week was saying, oh my God, if King Kong Bundy would join the Legion of Doom, they would be unstoppable. They would control the world. So the final week, the week that King Kong Bundy was supposed to show up, Gordon gets, the announcer is announcing to the crowd that, indeed, King Kong Bundy today will join the Legion of Doom. And my friends, it'll be a sad day for Georgia Championship Wrestling. And so after Gordon says that, Paul Ellering comes out to the ring and goes, Gordon, I got to speak to you right now. And Gordon goes, oh, I'm sure, Mr. Ellering, you're here to gloat about your acquisition. So let's go to this video of King Kong Bundy. And so they start playing the video, and everyone can hear the conversation that's going on between Paul Ellering and Gordon, but Paul Ellering doesn't know that people can still hear the conversation. So Paul Ellering goes, Gordon, who in their right mind would want some fat pig like Bundy? We're all athletes. We're all athletes in the Legion of Doom. I don't want some 500-pound hog weighing our thing down. And he calls him like fat and a pig and all this stuff. And the whole time, Paul Ellering doesn't know that this is all being broadcast. And Gordon's trying to, cut him off like, hey, Paul, but we're still on the air. Hang on. No, Paul, wait. Paul. He goes, shut up, Gordon. And so, by the time the video's over, King Kong Bundy comes out of the back, all mad as hell, throws Paul Ellering in the ring. The Road Warriors have to save him. And, the crowd goes crazy for King Kong Bundy. And, yeah, that's the story of how to turn King Kong Bundy babyface.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Anyways, okay. Now that I got that over with.
Crazy.
Do you guys want to talk about what the Jay Briscoe situation?
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Go ahead and let our listeners know that don't know what's going on with the whole Jay Briscoe situation. Oscar?
Oh, sorry, my phone got cut off. What were you asking?
So you want to go ahead and let the listeners know what happened with the whole Jay Briscoe situation?
Okay, I don't know if it happened yesterday or today, but he tweeted a homophobic tweet, and it actually became a big thing, and then Jay Briscoe deleted that tweet, and then Ring of Honor had to come out and apologize to all, I guess to the gay, for all the gay people out there with Jay Briscoe post. I think he tweeted that he would not let his kid. He would tell his kid it's not okay for 2 men to be married. That's kind of like homophobic. I mean, I don't think he's homophobic. I just thought maybe he. I mean, not to offend gay people, but the way he said it is like how can I say it? It's I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to see his kid. He doesn't want his kid to look into that right now about gay people. Like maybe he's afraid that he thought he would understand. I don't think he has nothing to do with gay people. maybe he could have having second thoughts of tweet that. So, I mean, but if he has something to do with gay people, then if he really meant that, if he really feels about that for gay people, then I'm guessing his Ring of Honor title reign is in jeopardy.
I mean, I know he got fined.
Oh, he did? Wow.
Didn't get suspended. In my thoughts, I think he never should have said nothing. He used to think about, think before you tweet. I mean, you're the Ring of Honor champ. You represent Ring of Honor, so you make the company look bad while you're making yourself look bad. So, my thoughts on him getting fined, I'm fine with it, and he should have never said it because, I mean, come on, dude. You work for Ring of Honor, which is a well-known independent wrestling company. I don't know about Toby's thoughts, but what are your thoughts?
I mean, the first thing I thought of was, I'm glad I'm not famous because I would have probably gotten in trouble for a lot more than what he's getting in trouble for.
I can hear you, dude.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I said I'm glad I'm not famous because I would have probably gotten in trouble for a lot more than what he's getting in trouble for. I'm not saying that it's not bad, but that's just the way society is nowadays, and you're gonna get like slammed for pretty much anything you say now. Pretty much, if you're a celebrity, you have to watch every little thing you say and every little thing you tweet because the social media, the regular media, they're going to eat you up for pretty much anything. So, yeah, I mean, that was just poor on his part. He needs to really watch what he says. Whether you agree with it or not. If it's going to offend people, then it's going to hurt the company Ring of Honor. It could be. He could have said. I'm sure. Maybe 40% of the people agree with what he said, or maybe 50% agree with what he said and 50% didn't, but you're offending the 50% and that's essentially hurting the company. So, yeah, he just needs to, basically what you said, watch what he said.
And another thing, how can you, I know it's something that he doesn't want his kid to, look into and see all this stuff, but how can you, I don't know, I mean, I'm not trying to, say something bad about gays, but how can you tell a kid about this? What's the nicest way to explain this to your kid? To see two grown men, how can I say, kissing and doing all that stuff, showing love, but I don't know how can you say,
Well, I'll tell you, this is actually funny you brought that up because. I read in the newspaper that they're going to start teaching gay history in school, and when I first read that, I was like, what the fuck is gay history? I don't even know what the fuck that is, and I am sure it was just some kind of stupid media thing to get people talking. But when I read that, I was like, what the hell? And I have a couple gay friends, and I texted him when I heard about that. I was like, hey, did you hear that they're going to start, teaching gay history in school? And I'm like, what the fuck is gay history? And his response was, I don't know, but I hope they have show and tell.
Real quick, guys, let's move on real quick. I want to talk about some TNA. TNA's next one-night only pay-per-view. It's airing in July. Let's see the card real quick. We got ODB going against Jackie Moore, which is Jackie. You guys remember Jackie?
Miss
LAX.
Jackson, yeah.
You got LAX versus the New Church. Ladder match, Bad Influence going against Generation Me, a.k.a. the Young Bucks.
Oh, shit.
You got Devon Storm. Little Gordo. Crimson, Shark Boy, Sam Shaw, Johnny Swinger, Gunner, Tuco Scorpio. Oh, the hardcore gauntlet match. That's going to be ridiculous.
Crimson still around?
Huh?
Apparently. I thought they were done with Crimson.
Yeah, Crimson's in OVW.
Oh, okay.
That's sad.
Right.
Okay.
I've seen Crimson forever.
Elimination. This is a elimination tag match. We got James Storm, Magnus, and Bob Holly versus the Aces and Eights, Doc, Mike Knox, and Wes Briscoe. Monster Ball match, Joseph Park, which is going to be terrible, versus Judas Miz?
You're not an Abyss fan?
Not really.
You don't like it? I like Abyss.
He made his return tonight, by the way.
He did what now?
He made his return. He made his return tonight.
Abyss did?
Abyss is back.
Oh, so no more Joseph Parks or what?
Nah. Jeff Hardy.
Okay.
Jeff Hardy and Brother Runt, a.k.a. Spike Dudley, versus Team 3D in a tables match at the one night show TNA's got going on.
So what is this? A return of past stars for one night only?
Yeah, they do that. It's like they've been doing that lately. I'm gonna have to give you guys this website that I go to watch all my like pay-per-views that I missed or shows that I missed. So you guys, if you guys miss certain stuff, you guys.
Because recently they had an X Division one, like one night only X Division pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, they do that like that's like their thing. I just want to give out some news. Real quick, the WWE talks about they want CM Punk to return on Payback, which is gonna be in Chicago, in CM Punk's hometown, which makes a lot of sense. Will be dope, but we'll see. What else we got?
Well, I don't think they should announce CM Punk return. They should just have him show up. It would be more of a cool surprise if they just had him like, don't advertise it, just like have him show up. You know?
This is just rumors right now. So, but once again, next week, Matt Taven, ladies and gentlemen, is with us on Thursday, on our Thursday show, on our Thursday edition show. Matt Taven, television Ring of Honor champ. We got one of the headbangers coming up. We got Thrasher coming through on the 23rd, I believe, right?
Yes, the 23rd.
The 23rd. So be on the lookout for that. Former WWF superstar. It's going to be an interesting interview there. Before we go off air, I just want to thank Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander, the CNC Wrestle Factory. Both good dudes. Looking forward to see what they got going on in the Ring of Honor. Before we go off, though, check out the website, WrestlingHeads.com. Check our Facebook, Facebook.com/WrestlingHeads. Our new website should be up hopefully Saturday or tomorrow. So brand new look. Toby is finally going to be on the website. Oscar will be on the website finally. So yeah. What else we got? Oh, follow us on Twitter at WrestlingHeads. That's WRESTLING. That's WRESTLINGHEADS. We follow back if you ask. We always stream pay-per-views. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be streaming pay-per-views. We stream Raw. We stream SmackDown, Impact, all the good shit. You can follow me at WH Skits. That's WH. The letter H. W is WH Skits. Your next Wrestling Heads champion. Gentlemen, you want to go and give your Twitter? We got 1 minute left, so just go and give your Twitter out.
Go ahead, Oscar.
Oh, something's on my phone. It's like going on and off, but all right, I'm sorry about that. Mine's is Sinister632. Yeah, just follow me, ask you guys questions. Go ahead. And thank you guys for following me. And I just went over 300, so thank you guys for following me. And I hope I get another 300 more.
Go ahead, Toby.
Toby for wrestling. I'm at a grand total of 15. followers.
Follow the damn guy right now, y'all. Follow
Thank you for following me, the 15 people who love me. All right. Player music.
I'm Sketch. That's Toby. Oscar, it's the next week we outro.
Oscar, your next WH champion.
The next WH champion.
What time is it? WH Radio.
We are the best in the world.